live from the Olympic Plaza, an Olympic celebration presented by the City of Calgary and 4 and 5 CFCN Television. Hello, I'm Rick Castiglione with Michelle Hogan, live from the Olympic Plaza in downtown Calgary. The celebration, the Citizens Party for the people of Calgary, and what a party it has been. As many as 30,000 people, much like Excitement 88.
Very much like Excitement 88.
Celebrating something different here
the
tonight.
The LRT had to stop moving tonight. The mall was so jam-packed with people, and they're still partying out here. Fun Company has been entertaining the crowd for about an hour now, and boy, are they partying it up. And it's a real great mixture of people here. We've got young and old, lots of kids, and everybody's really enjoying themselves. It's a great start for the 15th Olympic Winter Games. And we're also going to highlight what happened earlier down here as far as Valdy, the lighting of the cauldron, a few speeches by Mayor Klein. But first, let's take a look back at the exciting and emotional torch relay that ran across Canada 89 days ago. November 15, 1987, the journey from Olympia to Calgary began. The Olympic flame was ignited at the Temple of Hera and then transferred to OCO President Bill Pratt. On November 17th, the Olympic flame arrived in Canada, and with it came blustering winds. But the Olympic spirit couldn't be dampened, and wherever it went, crowds of cheering people gathered. From there began the longest torch relay in Olympic history. 10 provinces and 2 territories, adding up to 18,000 kilometers. In all, there were 6,871 torchbearers. For some, the handoff was in remote rural areas. For others, it was in the midst of cheering crowds. Day 16 and the Olympic torch had its first full day in Quebec, and the pride of Canadian diving, 23-year-old Sylvie Bernier, carried the torch. Bernier won a gold medal at the 1984 Summer Games in Los Angeles. In Montreal, where they got the biggest number of applications to carry the torch, over 300,000, Canada's first Olympic city staged a gala event. On the average, over 100 people carried the Olympic flame each day. And like Montreal, Toronto went all out and got into the Olympic spirit. The world's fastest man, Canadian Ben Johnson, carried the flame into Nathan Square. As the torch made its way across Canada, the sense of Canadian unity and pride could be felt with every kilometer. At Thunder Bay, the torch relay paused to remember one of Canada's most courageous young men, Terry Fox. Getting the torch across this massive country took ingenious planning. For organizers, every mode of transportation was used. And the man for whom the snowmobile was invented took part in the relay, and of course, he used the invention built just for him to get across Canada's wilderness. The scene was familiar in Manitoba and Saskatchewan, crowds of eager cheering children and the ever-present Olympic candles. On January 19th, in the dark subarctic morning, they turned out by the hundreds to greet the flame in Yellowknife and in Inuvik. Down the BC coastline, it traveled to Victoria and Vancouver, and in just 12 days, it would hit the Alberta border. Calgarian and former Olympian Susie Smith was lucky enough to carry it, and then it was off to Lethbridge. Another 10,000 people turned out, and then it was off to Edmonton, where 15,000 people gathered in the provincial capital. And just this morning, day 89, the flame crossed the Calgary city limits. Thousands of Calgarians lined the torch relay route to catch a glimpse of the flame. At McMahon Stadium, it was former Olympian Ken Reid and Kathy Priestner, and Rick Hansen lent his special magic to the ceremony. And there was a surprise in store for us. It was 12-year-old Robbie Perry, a Calgary figure skater, who ignited the Olympic cauldron, signifying the beginning of the 15th Olympic Winter Games.
Downtown Calgary, where the largest Olympic torch in history is burning tonight.
And what a party we're having here.
And the people below it are partying, and they're having a lot of fun.
No doubt about it.
The Olympic flame was actually carried into the plaza this evening through a huge crowd of people, as many as 30,000 people. For the first time, the people down here were given a chance to share the flame. Downtown Calgary, the Calgary Tower ignited about 7:30 this evening. Jungle Jim Hunter, the man who followed the flame all across its 89-day journey to McMahon Stadium, was up top of the Calgary Tower, ignited the flame, and then the party began down at Olympic Plaza.
And you can see the people there. And here comes the Calgary, or rather the Olympic flame. The tendency is to claim it for ourselves now. torches were carried by Harry Mobert, who was named Sportsman of the Year in 1978, and Danette Irving from Queen Elizabeth Junior High School. And you can see everyone lighting their own candles from the flame which originated in Greece.
Michelle, a very moving ceremony, as it has been all across the country. The flame carried onto the stage at the Olympic Plaza. The Canadian flags filled the crowd. There were several of them going all night, the people cheering. You can see it in their faces. They are very proud to be a part of the Olympic Games, the 15th Olympic Winter Games.
See a very proud Mayor Ralph Klein. He is in his glory.
What a tremendous cheer. They were chanting Ralph as he walked onto the stage.
They've been chanting Ralph all night. They can't get enough of him.
He has worked as hard as anyone to build these Olympic Games in Calgary. The lighting of the cauldron atop the Olympic Plaza, where it will burn the continuation of these Winter Games.
And there you can see the candles. What a sight it was. Red, a sea of red throughout the plaza.
The people of Calgary sharing the flame as so many other cities have as it traveled across the country. The Olympic anthem was played. Flags of nations will be raised up that flagpole over the next 16 days as the Olympic medals for these Winter Games are awarded.
And there you see the Calgary Tower being lit. Mayor Ralph Klein calling for it, and it was Jungle Jim Hunter, who has been with the torch relay from the very beginning, who lit it for us. Of course, Jungle Jim, one of the original Crazy Canucks. What a sight.
The Olympic Plaza in downtown Calgary, a party for the citizens of Calgary.
And they are enjoying themselves like they should be. They've worked hard for this.
They certainly have.
Considering all the volunteers who have spent so many hours on preparing for these games.
So many people have said these will be the best ever Olympic Games, and if tonight is any example, it will be.
Well, earlier today at the opening ceremonies, we heard a choir, and they're called the Coca-Cola International Choir, and they have a very special song to sing, produced by David Foster.
Now the moment we waited for is coming true, and our hopes and our dreams will soon come shining through, and the feeling we share this way, it's a feeling
Olympic celebration. The Citizens Party will continue with Valdy and a look back at the plaza's beginning after this break. Good evening and welcome back to an Olympic celebration. Well, we're having a lot of fun around here, so are the people behind us. But a few years ago, Rick, this place, well, it wasn't exactly like this, to say the least.
Oh, I should say this spectacular Olympic Plaza filled with cheering people behind us. Michelle had a very humble beginning. It was once the home of an old used furniture store. Very, very humble beginning. A couple of other old commercial buildings and a used furniture store in the center of downtown Calgary. Well, the city came along and bought them out. And in May 1985, the mayor, city alderman, and OCO chairman Frank King used their ceremonial shovels to officially start construction of this Olympic Plaza.
It is going to be a place where people are going to come together in 1988. Come together in a spirit of sport, a spirit of friendship, a spirit of international understanding.
A year and a half later, the mayor and International Olympic Committee President Juan Antonio Samaranch unveil a plaque dedicating the shiny new Olympic Plaza. And Calgarians who helped build it by purchasing Olympic bricks searched the surface of the plaza to find their name forever engraved in Olympic history. Excitement, 88, New Year's Eve, tens of thousands of Calgarians converge on the plaza for a spectacular New Year's Eve party. It was sponsored by CFCN and the Calgary Herald. Entertained by the Nylons, the new year, the Olympic year, was welcomed in. With the torch relay already on the road, Calgary school children and former Olympian Diane Jones-Kanahowski celebrate with their own Olympic torch run. Through the streets of Calgary, it stops at the Olympic Plaza. In their own way, a part of these Olympic Games. Over the next 2 weeks, athletes from all over the world will compete for the Olympic medals. Calgarian and Canadian athletes. Gaetan Boucher will try to repeat his triumph of 1984. In a quiet, subdued ceremony in Sarajevo, he stood 3 times listening to our national anthem to accept his Olympic medals, 2 gold and a bronze. A proud moment for Gaetan, a proud moment for Canada. The pride of Calgarians is being shared with the world here tonight. The Olympic Plaza in Calgary, where the medals of the 1988 Winter Olympics will be awarded and memories created for the athletes who prove they are the best.
And look at the crowd here tonight. Are they excited? And hopefully, one of these nights during the Olympics, we'll see a Canadian flag go up.
Let's hope we see many Canadians.
We can only hope. One of tonight's performers was Valdy, and what a job he had entertaining the people tonight. He's won, let's see, how many gold records and Junos? He's an excellent performer.
He sure knows how to entertain.
I will do. I came into town as a man of renown, a writer of songs about freedom and joy. The hall had been rented, and I was presented as the kind of a singer most folks could enjoy. As I climbed up the stair to the stage, it was there. It was obvious something was missing. I could tell by the vibes they wouldn't be bribed. They weren't in the mood to listen. They yelled out, "Play me a rock and roll song. Don't play me songs about freedom and joy. Play me a rock and roll song, or don't play me no song at all. Not at all." Well, I got up and played some songs about peace and contentment, civic pride, and things I have come to believe in. When I was through, to a chorus of boo, some track star yelled, "Thank God he's leaving." Now someone play me a rock and roll song. I've had it to hear with your flowers and beads. Get up and play me a rock and roll roll song, or don't play me no song at all. But if I played you a rock and roll song, how could it be fair if my head isn't there? So I'll leave you with your rock and roll songs. I'll make my way back towards the country. Still I can hear, play me a rock and roll song. Don't give me music I don't want to hear. Play me a rock and roll song. I should have stayed at home with a case of Big Rock beer. Hey, play me a rock and roll song. You see, I have to be cognizant of local brands to sing this song here. Play me a rock and roll song, or don't play me no song at all. Thank you. Oh, Rainmaker, now that's a good one. So you see, I take requests. First day in August, they hadn't had a rain since May. But when the Rainmaker came to Kansas in the middle of a dusty day, and the Rainmaker said to the people of Kansas, what are you prepared to pay? Said the Rainmaker to all the people of Kansas, I'll bring you on a rain today. It was
Live from the Olympic Plaza, an Olympic celebration when we return, the Festival of Lights. Stay with us.
The ladies, see how they run, look at them run.
Live from the Olympic Plaza, I'm Rick Castiglione with Michelle Hogan, where the citizens of Calgary are celebrating the start of the Winter Olympics tonight. It has been an exciting evening here, capped off by a spectacular light show, the Festival of Light. Fireworks and lasers over the city of Calgary. Enjoy it.
Show will be going on every night during the Olympics, and judging by the reception we received here tonight, Calgarians are going to love this show.
I have never seen anything like this.
It was simply spectacular.
The crowd hushed for a minute when the giant fireworks went off. Let's just have a look at it. Listen to the excitement of the crowd.
Listen to that crowd.
1988 Winter Olympics have begun, and they are enjoying every minute of it.
No doubt about it.
We have
And so have
16
we.
more days of this.
I know. I don't know if we're going to make it. It's so exhausting.
We
but
will.
It's worth it. No doubt about it.
Calgary, enjoy the Olympics. 16 days, an Olympic celebration presented by the City of Calgary and 4 and 5 CFCN Television. Thank you for joining us tonight. Enjoy the Olympics.